सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. I welcome you all with my love and respects. Today is India's Independence Day. I'll try to share a few truths about independence. When you are liberated from all the cosmic laws, go beyond all the cosmic laws, understand all the secrets of the cosmic laws, what happens to you is freedom. Same way, when you have the power to create, alter the country's law, what happens to you is called independence. When you completely understand the cosmic law, you will have the power to create it. You will have the power to write it or overwrite it. So that is what is freedom. Same way, when you understand the country law completely and achieve the power to create your own country law, it is independence. Whether it is independence or freedom, only people who work for it will have it. Please understand, whether it is independence or freedom, only people who work for it will have it. Others, even if they have, they will not know the power. I can say as per the law of the nature, people who don't work for it will not have it. It is natural. Whenever you master any law, whether it is country law or cosmic law, you will know the grey areas. Naturally, you will have the power to handle those grey areas and play with those grey areas. That is why it's law of nature. Only who works for that freedom, he will enjoy that freedom. If you work for political independence, you will enjoy political independence. If you work for social freedom, you will enjoy social freedom. If you work for spiritual freedom, you will enjoy spiritual freedom. Whoever works right, they get it. The other day, one of my ashramite, my brahmachari, she was crying and asking me, Swamiji, she has been abused by the rowdies and thugs during the scandal. They tried to pull her saree and practically molest her. She was crying and telling me, why we are not able to take any legal action, Swamiji? Why we are not able to protect ourselves? I said, I understand your situation. If you look deeply, that is the way the world functions. Not only she, in 123 places, our ashrams have been beaten, broken, burnt. In 17 places, our lady devotees and brahmacharinis have been abused physically, and verbally. In 7 places, our brahmacharis have been beaten brutally with the intention to kill, but not one place we are able to file an FIR. Because we did not work for political freedom. We did not work in that line. Always we put all our energy for spiritual freedom. So people who work for political freedom in the line of politics, they enjoy political freedom. They enjoy political independence. But one good thing, we all work for spiritual freedom. So that is why we are not shaken after all this abuse. Of course, she also cried for a few minutes when she reported to me. But once I gave her clarity, immediately she was out. Means she worked all the years for spiritual freedom, and she was able to reclaim her spiritual freedom and peace. The same way with me. Even after being put in prison or anything, never I was put to suffer. Society created enough of pain for me, but it was not able to create any inch of suffering for me. Means the spiritual freedom. I work for it and I eat it. That's all. This is a law of nature. So we did not work for political freedom. We did not work in the line of politics. We did not create enough cloud. We did not create enough people. We did not create enough contact. We did not think in that line. So naturally, we have to suffer. It is a law of nature. So, whoever works for any freedom will enjoy that freedom. And just like how much of struggle is there when you work for spiritual freedom, same way there is enough of struggle when people work for political freedom, political independence. The opponents will suppress, they will have to fight and do all kinds of things, and it's not a small joke. Working for spiritual freedom is just struggling with you, but working for political freedom is struggling with others. So naturally, for the price they pay, they are enjoying the privileges. But you need to understand one important truth. If the political freedom happens, it does only good to the person who has it. If the spiritual freedom happens to you, not only you, all the people around you are blessed. All of them will have the benefit of you. That is the greatness of spiritual freedom. This is the great country where the cosmic law almost meets the country law, because still in the roots of this country, the cosmic law is lifestyle. Still in villages, the cosmic law is lived as a lifestyle, where people don't even know about the country's law or a law executing department, law and order departments. Still, this country is stable just because the roots of this country, still the cosmic law is prevalent, alive. Ramayana, Mahabharata, Manusastras, Manusmriti, all the scriptures, Bhagavad Gita, all these are still constantly recited, heard, practiced and executed as a lifestyle in this country. So, as long as the cosmic law is kept alive, this country will continue to give birth to enlightened beings. This will be the cosmic airport for enlightened beings to land on planet Earth and serve the planet Earth. So, let this blessed land retain the cosmic law, at least in its roots. Of course, in many parts, in cities, it has lost its originality, the purity of Bharat, but still it is alive in villages. Let this country retain its strength of cosmic law, the spirit of Bharat in its roots, and remain as a place for enlightened beings to land and serve the planet Earth. Let this country continuously create more and more and more people who experience the cosmic love, cosmic freedom, and cater to the whole world. Understand? This country still is the country which produces largest number of enlightened beings continuously on the planet Earth. That's the greatest gift this country is giving. Just for that, this country should be alive, should live long. Let Bharat live long, creating more and more and more enlightened beings and radiate enlightenment to the whole universe. Let you all. Bharat is not just geography, it is a spiritual consciousness. A spiritual consciousness which awakens the whole world. This land is the land specially reserved for the spiritual consciousness to flourish. This society is specially reserved constantly to keep enlightened beings alive. This is a spiritual incubator for enlightened beings to land and flourish and radiate enlightenment to the world. Let you all achieve and radiate enlightenment. Let you all achieve and radiate, live, express, experience, radiate eternal bliss, Nityananda. Thank you.